Hi friends. So if you're seeing this, it's because you chose number 1, and that is the citrine, this beautiful little point. A little bit about citrine. It is a merchant stone. It denotes happiness, creativity, joy, excitement, all of the sunshiny things. I feel like this can also denote like how your lover or potential lover or your person is thinking about you. So they can also have a business, or you can have a business, which makes you even more attractive in their eyes. Let's see if I can bring this in close. And you're hearing some fireworks, so it is a 4th of July when I'm filming this. And I feel like in here with some of these inclusions, let's see what we can see. I feel like some things they know is written in stone, like you're not going to change, and they're okay with that. I think that there has been a deliberate cooling off, because if you notice, the bottom of this citrine is a little kind of like crystallized, almost with a different type of crystal. So I feel like not that they've shut their heart off to you, but a little bit like they're cool, just kind of watching you. But when they think of you, they definitely think of joy and all the beautiful things that this wonderful crystal denotes. So we're just going to try to, yeah, there you go, bring this into perspective a little bit and find out what else this pile number 1 have to offer. I'm going to put these guys down, and I'm going to draw them as I pull them. Harvest. So pile number 1, this person really thinks about you, and they're wondering and pondering, when is a good time to harvest with you? When is it a good time to basically come out of the woods, come out of the shadows, come out and say, hey, give me a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th chance? Or simply, this is someone who you have had some interaction with business-wise, but never like on a real romantic level. Perhaps you went on a date or 2, but nothing really came out of it. I think that they're really looking to see if it's their time to shine in your life. And you could be totally like, well, I don't know who this is, Griselle. That's why it's called the Secret Admirer. So I'm not here to really tell you who this is. I can give you clues. And it was someone that you basically had some negotiation, some kind of business with in the past, okay? So somebody who came to your work for services or goods or whatever the case may be. If that applies, then that is for you, or vice versa. You went to their work. Let's see if I can even get a better, aha, okay. Yeah, the light is illuminating. So number 44, and when you reduce it, that would be 8. Okay, so we're gonna go to number 8. It's all about cycles again. It's a great mystery, and I feel like this person is going through a lot within themselves. They could be a little bit older, but they're looking to see when the right time is to harvest with you, gathering of blessings. And so they definitely want something with you, but they haven't really spoken out much. I feel like they've turned their back on all this beautiful blue, and this is about speaking out and speaking your truth. Now, a lot of you are probably, you know, the same as I am. You're just like, well, who cares? If you're not going to speak your truth, then what is the point? And I agree with you, but don't kill the messenger. So we are here for a reason. We're here to listen to what the cards have to say about this person. Okay, citrine people, moving on. Look at all the yellows denoted in here. River of blessings, releasing constraints. And so this person feels like they want to release all constraint when it comes to you. They want to let go and let God and let you in every way, shape, and form. Number 47, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is a master number. I did just count on my fingers. If you know me at all, you know that that is a little bit of a tradition with me. So 11 reduces number 2. That is about personal power. But this is about your river of blessings, releasing constraints. So maybe they have a lot that they want to release right now. They want to release all sorts of constraints and control. They constantly feel like somebody's on their back, like breathing down their necks. So maybe they were partnered in the past when you met, or something to that effect. Or maybe a business has them tied up and restrained, and they cannot come forward, or they feel like they cannot come forward. I feel like this beautiful bowl here is almost like a water fountain, or a bowl that they're willing to offer you, but there's just like this creeping sensation. Maybe they're creeping on you, your social media, checking you out. I don't know what's going on with this citrine person, But they really definitely want like good things to offer you. So I think that's really, really cool. It could be that they stalk your social media a little bit, but I do feel a lot of like repressed emotion from work or duties that they have piled on top of themselves. And I know it's not, once again, what we want to hear, but this is just the messages for the citrine people if you're open to them, okay? Look, the King of Wands. So this guy has a lot of passion for you. It could be a guy or a girl, gender neutral. Look at all of this greenery. And this is like, this person's in touch with his divine feminine. He's in full control of himself. I feel like he is really concerned about his security, which is possibly why he hasn't come forward. He's got white pants and on a white throne. To me, that is just like a nobility to the highest degree. Because to me, that says that he doesn't really want anything from you in the material world. It's just more spiritual. There's like a deep spiritual connection. I feel like that's what he's feeling. He's also getting messages from spirit about you, but he's a little bit guarded. He does want to come forward. His life has been just kind of like destitute, like nothing there for him. There is no loosey goosey juiciness for him. She's been like repressed and I don't know, I guess not, I don't want to say like not doing well, but not in the juice of life, if there is such a thing. I don't know why I call it that. Moving on. Citrine people. Take a look at this. The Strength card. They think that you're incredibly beautiful, very much like self-sufficient, very protective, very powerful, very mysterious. Look how different this is. Like here, let's get that camera to come in clear. They just can't get over like how different you are, but the draw is unmistakable. They cannot get over like their attraction to you, okay? They feel like you color the rainbow with your own colors, your own personality, that you have your own magic wand, but you are great mystery to them. I feel like they might be a little bit afraid of you, like you can control this dragon. It might be a euphemism, I don't know, for some of you, but the Strength card is a lot about sexuality and sensuality. They could just view you as being extremely pure in a lot of ways, but like they want to get down and dirty and mess up that hair, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you have all of the mojo, but they're a little bit afraid because you're just a different kind of beast, okay? In a good way, okay? A different kind of beast. Wow. That's what I'm getting. So let's see what these cards have to say. Don't force me to love you or I'll run. Okay, so this is a runner. This is a person who maybe has been hurt in love before, who hasn't. Withdrawing limits and boundaries might make this person turn the other way. And you know, in my mind, I'm like, oh well. I am way too old for the chase. I'm not gonna chase. And if this isn't something you want, then you don't want it. Next, now serving 9,999. Just kidding. Citrine people, don't force me to love you or I'll run. That's the message from this person. The next thing I have is that they view you as a Queen of Wands. Look, your divine counterpart. That's exactly the counterpart. You are like even cut from the same cloth as this other person, as different, as vastly different as you are. This person makes no bones and no mistake about it that you guys are like a killer couple. And I don't mean like on TV killer couples. Yeah, not like the kind that I like to marathon watch. But I'm talking about you guys definitely go together. There is a lot of mystique about you. I feel like with your mind, you can fly, you can achieve anything. You're extremely bright. They love that about you. With your mind, you create your own business. You have your own wand here. I think that you're all about the fire, all about the royalty. You don't really rely on other people. Like you're not waiting for his money or anything like that. But you, by definition, are royal by your own account. But if you look back here, you too have been desolate, isolated, and maybe lonely for quite some time, okay? You have this like flower right here, and that's an attempt to keep your cheery disposition. Sorry about the blur. Come on. There we go. So that could be something that they notice about you, that you are constantly reining in and trying to you know, be of good cheer all the time and saying, okay, how can I change my attitude regardless of circumstances? And they admire you about that. You're like a fierce queen. This queen is like a model. This queen is like an actress. This queen is royalty. So on the top of their minds for citrine, tempting offer. And they just look at you. Look at this rose. It's like drenched in blood. And it's almost like a really painful for this person to come forward and tell you, look, I'm eyeballing you. I want you. And this red rose is for no one else but for you. And maybe it's like really hitting his heart differently for him or her to come forward and say, you know what, I really want you. And again, this is just messages that we're getting for citrine. Citrine, step it up. I don't understand all the weight and all the drama. Align your life. Oh, look at that. So this person needs to align their life. What is not aligning or needs to change? So if this person isn't coming forward, if you're not hearing from any of your admirers, if you're as dry as a desert and nothing is happening, regardless of what sex you are, I'm just going to say that it's time for you to kind of reorient yourself. Thank you. Because you're definitely not aligned either. And so maybe in you aligning yourself and you sending out good vibes for this person to align themselves, you guys can actually come together. There's some fragments here that you guys are mirroring. And that's why this connection has not yet come to fruition, okay? Now, that's the biggest question that I get asked. Well, how come? Well, why? And I don't understand. And I'm like, I don't either, because relationships are complicated. And you're not going to make sense out of things from, like, one reading, especially a general. But look at all these, like, little inclusions. This cloudiness, okay? There's, like, some ice grown, perhaps over their heart or something like that, and it's going to take some monumental effort on their part to remove that ice and come forward towards you. So that is what I have for you, my citrine people. Moving on. Pile number 2. If you like my readings, please do like, share, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate that before I forget, because I always tend to forget. Pile number 2, you chose the amethyst. Come on, baby. Make this. Here we go. Amethyst crystal. Here we go. Dialed in just for you. So this amethyst is about letting go and allowing things to come to you, not having that full measure of feeling like you have to control anything. It's just going to come natural to you or not at all, and you're okay either way. This is a great healing stone as well, crystal, I should say. Look at all the inclusions. I think of someone that has been like stitched up in a spiritual way and healed. It's cleansing negativity and also clearing up confusion. But I think that you personally have been through quite a bit. Oh, come now. Here we go. If you chose this stone, and it's of deep, deep healing. So I've worked with this stone quite a bit. You could feel isolated as well, okay? So that's what I'm getting for this. And the first message, let's bring this in. Come on, focus. Focus. Thank you. What? I did not expect this. Okay, hostilities. What is going on with you? Amethyst people. We have hostilities, conflict, and unrest. So there's a great panther that she's kind of like kneeling by, or perhaps even semi-sitting on. I don't know. Ready to pounce. But this is, I'm covering my own head, my own behind. I don't trust you. There's a lot of hostilities to be had between you and I. Number 31 reduces to number 4. Yeah. I feel like this person is even hostile to the point where they're going to like bomb you with light. This could, keep in mind, this could be someone that is used to love bombing, and maybe they've done you wrong in the past, and they are just accustomed to throwing out love bombs, and they don't know any other way, but there's a lot of hostility between you. So that old tactic will not work, obviously, okay? This this is not even a sleeping panther. This is like, I'm hungry, I will pounce on your behind. And they're not making any bones about it. It's almost like I want to devour you because there's so much conflict here. And I wonder why. Let's keep it moving. The next one I have for you is courage. In order for you to have a deep healing, a letting go, a cleansing of the negativity and confusion, especially if this is from a person from the past, I feel for a lot of you it is, you're going to have courage, strength, fierceness, and family is at stake. The number 2 also is a nod to your personal power. This is about you being watchful. They may have the panther, and that is of the night. That is watching you at nighttime, stalking you. I'm just going to say it like that. That is watching your social media, trying to get gossip from you, friends and family, without you knowing, all that like underhanded stuff, when they can just ask. But you are direct. You can confront. You're not scared at all. You've got the courage, the wherewithal to be able to deal with all of this, and to even have like your own healing. I feel like you've worked through your own healing, and that's what's giving you courage, is that no matter what that you're facing, you can face like incredible obstacles. Yeah, and some of you guys could have had surgery in your face and your mouth, surgery in your womb or something like that. I'm just seeing that for some of you, not all of you, but you're not afraid of this challenge. Like if it comes up, then you're going to face it head on and move on with it. Okay. Interesting. That's kind of intense. The next card we have, bring it close, please. Queen of Pentacles. So this person views you as abundant. They know that you have all the goods, and it's not about like, oh, I'm rich bitch or anything like that, but they know that you have everything that what is that song, that old school song that talks about my milkshake brings all the boys of the yard? Sorry people, that's what I hear. I'm just telling you what I hear, okay? But you have a lot of greenery around you. I feel like that is heart chakra work that you have really done on yourself. You have rosebuds. You have not lost hope on love. You give love freely and willingly, but you're wise about things now. I feel like you're a different person than when you knew that person, and maybe they're still stuck in the past. That's why they're still hostile. I feel like you are definitely sitting on a throne that is really hard. You, in order to meet other people's expectations, or you in order to separate yourself, when you have so much love and so much lavishness to give from your heart, like you're willing to give all of this to other people if they just act right and if they are right. Taking a look here at the rainbow, some of you guys can have I don't know, like bisexual or gay relationships or whatever. I don't really personally care, but you're willing to allow love in whatever form that is willing to come towards you. And I think that you're very poised. I think that you've been around the block a couple of times. You're not going to be fooled by shenanigans and bullshit, frankly. This person needs to come at you straight. They need to do their own healing or not at all. That's the vibe I'm getting with you. My amethyst people, you're not messing around. Queen of Cups. Let's see her. Queen of Cups. So this is another queen. This could be you. This could be someone who's psychic, who's in tune with their emotions, or who's willing to pour out their emotions. They're like, you know what, screw it. Here are my emotions. I'm sitting in it and I might drown in them. This person can have a relationship or be tied to this other queen, okay? Which is why they're not coming forward, why they have hostilities towards you. Well, if they're partnered, you know what? You're bad. Sorry. But this queen is submerged in water. I feel like you're more the Queen of Pentacles because you're more sure of yourself. You're more, I guess, grounded. I feel like animals and children love you. They will come to you. You're concerned with earthly things, with like greenery, with saving some of the planet, saving mankind. Now, this queen right here is concerned with her own emotions, I feel. I don't always read it this way. She's incredibly beautiful. very poised, but I feel like everything that was admired once upon a time about her, her royalty, her independence, her clairvoyance, anything like that has really served to kind of sink the ship, for lack of a better way of putting it. If you look, her dress is like entangling her feet beneath. And even though the water is rising, she's not going to tell you she's in dire need of help. I don't know. 8 of Pentacles. So your person who's eyeballing you, I feel like they are in a partnership, but they're studying all about you. Lay it into the night. They want to see exactly what's going on. I've never noticed this like skull right here with glowing eyes. I feel like they're definitely trying to uncover all the truths about you. They're trying to be sly and slick and kind of quiet about things, trying to fine tune and perfect their craft if they have a business or if they're working, things like that. I feel like they're trying to gain knowledge of you. So maybe they see you on, I don't know, maybe you have a YouTube channel, maybe you, I don't know, maybe friends and family are talking about you, and they want to get a better understanding from where you're coming from and who you are today, not who you were yesterday. So they're doing some studying and late studying into the night and reading up on subjects that they never would have like read up upon, except for the fact that they were like infatuated with you, even though they're tied to someone else. And frankly, that energy just serves to piss me off, but that's just me. Let's make it personal, Russell. The cry. My heart cries out for my beloved. I'm like, well, you know what? Again, why are you attached to someone else then? I don't, you know, I don't feel bad for other people that are attached to someone. I once had someone who tried to date me who said, well, he couldn't leave his significant other when I found out they had one because she had an illness, and how wrong would that be? But when I found that out, I'm like, you know what? I don't date people who are attached to other people. End of story. And he tried to fight back and make excuses. And I'm like, you know what? If that were true, you would leave. You would leave and resume your life. And he tried to make me feel bad. Like, oh, well, you know, she's sick. And, you know, whole point being is I'm not asking for him to leave her. Whole point being is that you should not be dallying with other people's playgrounds if you are not free. Yeah, I said it. Next. What is this? My hopes of your return are diminishing. And I feel like this could be you. This is connected to someone from the past that you have active hostilities towards, or that you had to work through a lot of hostilities and major heartache, heartbreak. I feel like I keep hearing the word engañada. They kept lying to you, cheating. They were attached to other people, and you did a lot of crying. There were a lot of tears, but my friend, you have seen through all the BS. That's why you have this like beautiful eye right here, and you are shrouded in a little bit of mystique. You're actually I feel like low-key hoping that this person would come back to you, but you're not going to take them with all this garbage. I feel like you've elevated yourself way beyond that, and you're not putting up with that bullshit any longer. So they need to come at you and fly right or not at all. I feel like in your heart and your spirit, you know that they are still low vibrational. That's why they're stuck in that hostility card. And it's really painful for you if you think about it too much. But I feel like you are open to love. You're like, you know what? He's not going to come forward. She's not going to come forward. It's cost me a lot of tears. How much is eyeliner, you guys? Okay, you guys know, if you know me at all, I love makeup. Now, don't make me cry off a $10 eyeliner that I just spent a lot of time putting on. That's going to piss me off. Moving on. Unbound. Woohoo! Amethyst. This is about unbinding, about letting go, about healing and cleansing any negativity and attachments, okay? Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So it is time for you just to allow this to let go, allow it to rest. This person, unfortunately, has not grown beyond where you met them last, and you're definitely a different person. So there is really no point. We can't sit here and wait. I mean, like, if there is a father time, let me tell you, he ain't been so kind to some of us. I mean, like, wrinkles, yes ma'am, yes sir, but oh well. You know what? It comes for us all eventually if we live long enough, if we're lucky to live long enough. And the whole point of the story is unbinding yourself, releasing your soul patterns and contracts, and even past lives, allowing those things to heal, allowing what is yours to come your way, and allowing what is not for you also to die, to leave, and to move on. I think this will open you up to new experiences. You'll take your scars with you, and you'll take your healing with you. That's going to give you a completely different vibe than you have had before. I'm tapping the card like it's going to make my phone come in clear. Anyways, this is going to really help you to release any confusion at all, because you know that you attract, you don't chase, okay? And what is yours only needs to be named. And you want like that eternal love, that devotion. At least most of us do. So Amethyst people, much love to you. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe. Moving on. You got some fireworks coming, by the way. You heard that, didn't you? All right. The next pile is for my clear quartz people. Not so clear, is it? Clear in spots. Little clear areas here and there. But basically you get the point. I feel like you want clarity. You want purity. I heard solidarity. That quartz is all about being clairvoyant. Yeah, being clear. I mean, why should that be a surprise? Why should that be a shock? Sorry that my camera's wiggling. I'm really trying different ways of putting up my contraptions so that I can do my readings and not have interruptions. But that clear quartz is really high vibration. It's going to help you with clairvoyance. It is a master healer. So that means it's going to amplify any other energies or crystals around it if you are a crystal worker. Okay. First card out of the gate, we're getting it. I love this. This is gorgeous. Shamanic journey. So this is shaman, okay? The journey of the shaman. Not demonic, shamanic. I have a lot of people just kind of freak out and tune out right when I say that word, but this is about going through lower earth, upper earth, middle earth, and all of those things, and learning through your ancestors and through spirit. So shamanic journey is your purpose, attunement, and going on a vision quest. And maybe this is where you have been for quite some time, going on a vision quest. Look at how this echoes, this stone. And I totally like shuffled and just dealt all the cards out. I didn't look to see what was with what or how or anything like that. But we have the number 3, 4, 5. So a lot of changes for you. Incredible changes, okay? And these changes have brought maybe some instability, but it's also brought a lot of freedom for you. And look at you getting in touch with your roots, getting in touch with your wild side. Like you're like, you know what, this part of me is free and I'm free, but there's a purity about you and a mystique about you that cannot be denied. I feel like you have a lot of things that you need to speak. Your truth needs to be spoken, but you're holding back still. I feel like you're not complete with your journey as of yet, and therefore that's why you're not speaking up, okay? Now, if this is not you, this is your partner who needs to undergo this shamanic journey and find their purpose and their attunement and undergo like a vision quest in order for them to come through the other side and even approach you. Look at all this. Angelic assistance. Let me dial this in a little bit. Angelic assistance. Look at, once again, we're echoing the freedom, the wings, the purity. Looking at all of the rays coming out of the hand, the palm. I feel like a lot of healing. Maybe you're a healer. They are a healer. Even if they don't do it professionally, they could be just, you heal in their presence somehow, okay? Angelic assistance, divine guidance, and loving support. So this person who you're even, well, your admirer, basically, somebody who's looking at you, checking you out, thinking about you. This could be of old, somebody from a long time ago even. But I don't feel like you've ever had a romantic connection, by the way. I feel like there was like maybe, oh, I like that person, but nothing ever came of it. I feel like they're undergoing a major transformation. I feel like they know that you're incredibly special. You vibrate extremely high to them. So when you say, let me check out their vibe, let me see their vibe, they know that if they're not matching your vibe, you're not going to be okay with that, okay? They're not going to approach you. I'm getting a headache on the top of my head. I don't know why. So maybe for some of you, you are being prone to getting headaches. Okay. So I feel like this person wants to come forward, but they don't know how. They feel like their hands are tied. Maybe they set precedents in how your relationship was. It's like, we're only friends. How do you cross that barrier? How do you cross that line or whatever? But it's all of their thoughts keeping them basically captive and not being able to see clearly. Now, if this is not them, then this is you feeling like, I just can't move one way or another. My thoughts are really trapping me. And even not realizing that they're actually your thoughts, but really that's all that it is thoughts that keep us trapped. And the Eight of Swords energy and the, oh my goodness, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to act. And how do I go beyond this point? How do I achieve that? All of those questions come into play. The Three of Pentacles here, this is cooperation. So maybe your person is looking and trying to find a divine way of achieving cooperation. I'm looking at this gorgeous tree. So they want something to grow. This can be also a nod to Kundalini energy. I also see like the Two of Cups being referenced here. So they want a really deep connection with you. It's not just like, oh, you know, she's hot, let me, or he's hot, let me just. It's not that at all. You're definitely special. You're royalty to them. And you have a lot of magic behind you. And maybe they feel like that there's a long list that they need to achieve in order to approach you, okay? But that's what they're feeling right now, that you are like actually divine, like from heaven. So I don't think that anyone can compare to you. I don't think that they're attached either though. Eight of Wands, what the heck? So this is a lot of messages coming and going to and from, leveled directly at you. So look at the difference. This is all purple and this is all blues, just a lot of royalty, and that glass is just shattered. We're wanting to, it could be even that you guys are perhaps work together, and that's why they feel like they can't approach you. And there is like a glass ceiling here because you vibrate on a different scale. They know that they can't mess up with you, but also, you know, this is like breaking the glass ceiling or the glass in general and being okay with like breaking rules. So I feel like you're going to have a lot of messages back and forth. Messages that are like vocal, expressing some things, and messages a little bit more elevated. It could be some love messages and stuff like that, but I think initially it's going to be kind of discreet because they can't really quite go there, okay? Or they're afraid to go there just yet. I don't know. I'm holding grudges I need to release. Okay, that's interesting and quite unexpected. So maybe they're feeling a little bit resentful that they can't just have you, or something about their past is making them feel like they're holding a grudge. I need a love transfusion. So this person is coming towards you with a deep need, and they know that coming from a place of like not being healthy, of needing some healing, which again, the clear quartz is a master cleanser and a master healer. I think that they know that they can't just feed off of you and get a love transfusion like that if they have things that they need to release and cleanse. Okay, the next card that I have is you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So keep doing whatever it is. Pile number 3, my clear quartz people, that you're doing. I even see a bunny here, even though there is no bunny here. Okay, but I feel like you've traveled a lot up and down mountains, and you're like, when is it finally going to be where I can rest and find my peace? People seem to have it so easy in comparison to you. But you have all of this rose quartz, this love, this high vibrational love, and this purity about you. And also like a peace that really draws people. So I'm going to say just look a little bit more to the heavens. Look up from your work a little bit more. If you're doing Zoom meetings or anything like that, look up a little bit more from what you're doing. Turn your camera on. Those kinds of things. When you're going to the store, likewise, just do all of that to make yourself like approachable. And I guess, I don't want to say available, but you know what? If your energy's shut down, you're not available. So even though you've been through like monumental tests in rough terrain, I think that you're open to love. I want to get one more message about your person. Pile number 3. Council of Light. So I feel like they're undergoing some major transformation. I feel like they can feel spirit around them. And that's part of why they haven't even like really approached you. They know they need to have an elevated kind of a love. And they do have some earthly things that are binding them with like this attitude thing of resentment or whatever the case may be. Feeling like they need a love transfusion. I'm holding grudges I need to release, and all of that stuff we know is lower level, but it is also real life. And so they've made you out to be a little bit like unattainable and approachable. So don't be surprised that they're having a hard time with I guess approaching you. And yeah, they're just, it's going to be a divine orchestration in order for that to come into fruition. Helpers in the subtle realm, it's okay for you to even ask, even if you don't know who this person is, ask for your guides to help them or their guides to help them. So perhaps that's another way of doing it, that you can ask for intervention from your guides and their guides for the highest good. So that is what I have. Much love to you. Again, if you like my reading, do like, share, comment, subscribe. I would much appreciate it. And any comments, like whatever you'd like to see in the future, please put them in the comments below, because I do look at them. All 2 of your comments, I read them all, you guys. Can you believe that? Anyways, much love to you and namaste.